Hey guys, I just I'm probably gonna say something that's not nice, and I don't want to be not nice, but I just cannot get over something. If you watched my live earlier, you knew that I was getting ready for a funeral today, and it was my son's grandmother. She was a wonderful woman, not perfect like the rest of us, but we're not perfect. That's what I'm saying. I'm not. But, just a good woman. And I kid you not, and it still makes me want to cry just thinking about it. We're driving in the funeral line, and people are not pulling over. When did that stop? I mean, I realize that it's probably not a rule, but we always pulled over for the funeral lines. Like, we pulled over. It didn't matter what we were doing. Have we really gotten so busy and so wrapped up in our own lives that nobody pulls over? Like, to the point where they actually pass the funeral line and try to cut in front of some of the cars. And I'm in the back of the funeral line on purpose, because that's where I like to ride, is in the back. And I'm watching these people try to get over in front of people in the funeral line, and I'm a little amazed. I just cannot get over it. That's no longer a thing. Like, it's no longer just a sign of decency. I don't even know what it is. I really don't know. Like, I don't know why it started, and it's a sign of respect, Like, when do people stop pulling over for the funeral line? I mean, used to, truck drivers, it didn't matter who they were or where they had to go or what was going on, they pulled over for the funeral line. And I'm just amazed that even when the hearse went by, even when the front cars with the immediate family in it went by, that nobody, and I'm not gonna say nobody, because in the town halls they pulled over. But all through the town of Ripley, nobody or hardly anybody pulled over for the funeral line that went straight through Ripley on Highway 51. And I'm just amazed. It was very disrespectful. And I wonder, like, I had to take it upon myself, like, have I ever done that? Have I ever not recognized the funeral line because I was so busy that I just kept driving, or that I started to pass a funeral line? I mean, has that happened to me? Have I done that? And I would like to say no, but I'm just as guilty as the rest of everybody else about letting things just consume me. But it was so, I don't know, I felt so, and I wanted to like roll down my window, and the people that were passing me, I wanted to tell them, this is a funeral line, back up, like, don't try to cut in front of cars in a funeral line. If you see a hearse, I mean, pull over. I know that sounds very, very stupid to some people. Maybe you weren't raised that way, maybe you didn't know, I don't know. We always did it. Like, my daddy pulled over for every funeral that come to. I mean, a hearse, you pull over. That's just the way it was. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He didn't question it. Nobody in our car spoke. Like, he would take his hat off. He'd pull over, he'd take his hat off. The radio would not be on. I would like to know when that stopped being a respectful thing to do. Because I don't think that I've realized that people don't do that anymore. They don't pull over in a funeral for a funeral line anymore. And I don't want to sound ugly, but it's just disrespectful. I mean, it's just, and I thought, this is a beautiful woman, and yes, I know those people may not have known her, but it's a life. When did we stop having that kind of consideration for the loss of a human life? It's respect for the family. That, the person in the casket is already gone, but the family deserves that respect. And it really broke my heart. It really did break my heart that so many people, truck drivers and all, did not pull over for a funeral line. I mean, I'm just being honest, and I don't want to be ugly, but I'm just, I guess what I'm saying is I hope that people will share this video and take it to heart that it doesn't do anything for you, but it is respectful to the family that you pull over and, you know, and just wait. Nothing that you have to do can possibly be that important. I mean, if you're on your way to the hospital and your child is dying, you know, that's a totally understandable situation. But if you're just in a hurry to get to Walmart, or if you're in a hurry to get home, I know I'm ready to go home too. It broke my heart, and I want to know if anybody knows when that stopped being a thing, to pull over out of respect for, you know, a person's life that has been lost. And I don't know. I'm hoping, I'm going to go home and talk to my kids about it today, because I don't know if they know. My son is driving now. I don't know that I've told him. But I'm going to go home and I'm going to make sure that he knows when he gets out of school that in the event that he comes upon a hearse, that he should pull over. I don't care where he's at or what he's doing or where he's going. He should pull over out of respect for that family. I mean, let's teach our families respect again. I mean, it was a horrifying experience to think that was just not an automatic response for people. So I'm sorry to get on here and gripe, but I just feel like, share my video, because if you feel like that you should pull over when a funeral line is coming through, share my video. I would really like for everybody to know that, you know, I feel this way. I really do. I feel like that if you are come across a funeral line, you should pull over. I mean, you just should. I mean, it doesn't matter if you know who that is or not. I mean, just pull over. So that's all I got. I'm sorry that I come on here and fussing, and I may not even save this video, but I just felt like that if you feel that way, share my video. If you feel like you should pull over at a funeral line, because I do, and I don't mind people knowing it. I would hope that out of respect at my funeral, that respect for my children, respect for my husband, respect for my family in general, that everybody would just pull over. Just take a minute. It only takes a minute. I mean, most funeral lines are not very long. I mean, I've seen some mile-long ones, but just pull over. Pull over. I mean, anyway, that's it. That's all I got. Thanks, guys, for listening to me rants. I'm sorry.